I'm living the scrap dream. Woo.
My backyard's got more bunnies in it than a Playboy mansion. There's like 2 right there, and there's a couple hiding under that wagon. Well, not exactly sure what happened to the Dodge. I mean, besides having this mean lean with the spring busted through the floor. But yeah, it doesn't have spark or fuel. Cranks the engine and nothing. And it happened all of a sudden. I pulled up out in front of the house. Pulled up out in front of the house. Went to go check on the lights because the headlights were working, but the marker lights weren't working. So I got a spark plug from a lawnmower, and I grounded it out to see if I got any kind of spark. And I don't see any spark. I'll let you guys watch. I'm gonna crank the engine, see what happens. Did you see any spark? All of a sudden, it just stopped running. So I'm kind of SOL here. Not gonna make any money, man. It's all that aluminum money that those people helped bust their ass for coming over the compound. Well, that ended up going into paying bills for that place, for the freaking house. No tricks. I mean, it's not running, so no videos. I guess I could get the minivan going, right? The yellow truck is leaking gas from, I don't know, the fuel tank pump area or something. So I guess I gotta drop the tank. That's a huge job. You could take the bed off. I've heard people say that. Take the bed off of the pickup trucks. My luck, that won't work out so well. You know what will happen is the bolts will bust off, and then I won't be able to get the bed back on. Yeah, no fuel. Nothing pumping. How do I know? Maybe a little something's pumping, but I pressed on the Schrader valve right here. That's what that thing is. This little thing that looks like a tire valve. I pressed out on it, and fuel is supposed to come spraying out, and nothing comes out. A little bit of fuel should squirt out of that, and nothing squirts out of it. I don't know. The problem happened when I went to go check on the fuses, and all the fuses are fine. None of them are blown. The spaces where the fuses are missing, those are blanks. Okay? At the top it starts out 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next row is 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on and so forth. So you can go on the internet and look those up. They have a schematic and a diagram of all that. This one where I have the wire into, that's just a power one, so it's a blank really, and that's to power the cell phone. So, yep. I don't know. I'm kind of in a dire predicament again. Almost as bad as, actually worse than when I lost the keys to everything. That wasn't good. King, what kind of scrapping video is this? It's not. That's just my point. So yeah, I missed the days of making some money, man. I figured my way out of this one. Harbor Freight Tools. I forgot what I bought there. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I got these. I could use those. And some Gatorade. I like Gatorade. I gotta clean this thing out. I mean, it's not running. Might as well just clean this tub out here, right? Is that the worst connection you've ever seen in your life? I put the air compressor inside my truck so you could barely hear it. That way it doesn't drive the old lady across the street crazy. I can run it at any hour of the day. I still haven't taken care of this tire. I have to put air in it like once or twice a day. Actually, to be honest, I'm afraid to take this off of here because of all the rust that's on the rim. The tire shop that takes this off, they might tear the bead. And it's a fairly decent tire. It's got a lot of meat on it. It's not dry rotted. I don't know what to do. I'm in a quandary. A poverty quandary. I'll figure it out. I always do, I guess. Just to survive. Getting by. King, I thought watching paint dry was worse than watching a tire get filled with air. How do you know how many pounds you have in it? I don't. I guesstimate. I've been working on cars since I was like 4 or 5 years old. Oh, come on, what could you do to a car when you're 4 or 5 years old? I don't know. So I've been been around cars for 50 years, so there you go. Well, then why don't you have that Dodge figured out? I don't know. Because I don't have expensive diagnostic tools. No spark and no fuel. All of a sudden, when I pulled up out in front here, it was running. I shut it off. I went to go and check on the fuses because the parking lights, they were out. And I noticed they were out when I noticed the dashboard lights were out when I was out scrapping about a week ago. All of a sudden, I had a cast iron sink in the back of the truck, and it rolled around back there and made a kaboom, boom, like that. The truck was still running after that. Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. You see that? That valve stem got stuck. It got stuck in the open position. You know, sometimes them valves. So I do the knee test. I put my knee on the sidewall of the tire. And if it's firm, yes, it's firm. If it's firm, it has enough air in it. Yeah, so I just put my knee up to the sidewall. Actually, I think that's got too much air in it, but the problem of overinflating your tires is you can cause the steel belts to separate from the core of the tire, and you have tread separation, which would be a problem at high speeds, but I don't take it on any high speeds. Generally don't go over 35, 40 miles an hour. What the? That's really low, man. I didn't think to turn around. I thought it was like an old car going down the street, and then I turned around, I'm like, okay, the old car is not flying. Maybe he's VFR, visual flight reference, and not IFR, because the cloud ceiling is really low. What do I know? I've only got 20 hours flying time in a Cessna 172. King, you should be a pilot. Well, that was a long time ago when I did that stuff. I thought I was Richie Rich. I thought I was going to get a private pilot's license. You need 40 hours. Hours of flight time. It's expensive. It was really expensive back then, and it's even more expensive now, so I can afford to entertain no such folly. When you have a family. Can you imagine? I got broken down stuff and I'm entertaining a folly like that? I don't think so. It's not happening.